What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be customizing the Lamborghini Centenario and Forza Horizon 4. So I'm sure many of you guys remember this car. If you're big Forza fans, you remember it from Forza Horizon 3. It was the cover car of that game. But of course, we have it in Forza Horizon 4 as well, as most of those cars carry on. So obviously, part of the very, very limited production quantity Lamborghini car series. Very expensive, as you might expect. These cars sell well over $5 million used, that is. So, yeah, pretty much unobtainable at this moment in time. I'm personally kind of in the middle. Like, I don't really love the car, but I don't completely hate it either. You know, probably the part I hate the most about the car is that rear diffuser that goes in the bottom almost all the way to the top. That's the only part I'm not really too fond of. But the rest of the car looks pretty good. I mean, you have the active aero spoiler, you have that beautiful V12, you have the scissor doors, just nice, good stuff here. And Forza did a great job with detail. The engine cover doesn't open or anything like that, but it still looks great. Go ahead and start it up here. So there you go, pretty decent sound. I think it sounds okay. I mean, it doesn't sound super great, but I think they did a decent job with it compared to the other cars in the game that just sound a little off, to say the least. But this one sounds pretty decent. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do the 100% stock top speed run. So there you go, 226 miles an hour for a stock car. That is super impressive. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the customization options. Next up, taking a look at the manufacturer colors here. So the only one is a color it was unveiled in, so the visual carbon with the yellow accents. Some people like it. I mean, I think it's okay, but nothing too crazy to brag about. So I went looking through the colors here, and you can see that secondary yellow does not change, and you can't change it. You're stuck with it. Unless you do the vinyls yourself or find somebody else's design, which is what I was looking through here. I just decided to go with the carbon and red one here, so I kept that there. Now keep in mind the yellow line around the tires does stay, but I'm going to show you a little later on how to get rid of that. Moving along here to the custom upgrades, you can see that there's no body kit presets, which means there's no wide body kits or race car kits or anything like that. Moving along to the custom upgrades, so we do have a few options here. Conversion, so we do have an engine swap option, okay, and that is a racing V12, which looks like it's less horsepower. That's interesting. Drivetrain swap, obviously, the car already comes all-wheel drive. If you want to make it rear-wheel drive, it's up to you. But in all my videos, I always keep the car the same drivetrain it came with. You can do install twin turbo setup in it, 100% up to you. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna try to max out the stock motor, throw twin turbos on it, do everything. And then afterwards, we're going to try to max out that racing V12 and see the horsepower difference and also the top speed test difference as well. So moving on to the aero and appearance options. So here you have the front splitter with like some canards that are placed way too high and the tow hook. Not really a fan of that. Next up, the oddly placed rear wing. That is too far forward. That is awful. Wow. Okay. If you put that, you deserve to die. Anyways, moving on to the engine options here. See, big horsepower increases here. Just maxing it out all the way. Twin turbo upgrade, 311 horsepower there. That's crazy. Race intercooler and race flywheel. Springs and dampers. You have the stock ride height. Then you could do rally springs, raise it, or drift springs, which lowers it about an inch, which is just way too low in my opinion. So stock ride height is fine with me. Next up, chassis and roll cage. Now usually most of the cars in Forza show the roll cage, but this one doesn't show it in the car for some reason. I mean, I guess you could assume it's under the 8 pillage or something, but it doesn't really show it at all. So, but that adds weight. I never really put that in my video, so we're not gonna put that. Next up, weight reduction. You save 573 pounds here. That's crazy. Definitely want to do that one. Next up, clutch. Definitely upgrading that. Race transmission. Race driveline. 20-pound weight savings. That's awesome. Race diff. Okay. Next up, here's how we get rid of that yellow line. So you have the Horizon race tire compound. Then snow if it's snowing outside in the game, in the season, or the drag. So the only way to get rid of that line is to buy the Forza leather tires. I know it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You can see it even if you try to put a custom wheel, the line still stays there, which I just showed. So the only way to get rid of it is to do the custom Horizon tire, which I did. There you go. Next up, moving along to the tire width. So stock is 255s. You can go all the way up to 275 if you want. I think I'm gonna, since it's all-wheel drive, I think I'm gonna do the 265s at the front. At the rear stock, you have 355, so you can go all the way up to 375s. Definitely gonna do that. You can only change the front rim size, make it a 21. I believe the rear is already a 21, so if you want to make it kind of the same, you can do that. So here are the rim options. So there you go. So that's the comparison between the stock rim and the one of the lightest wheels in the game, which is this one. They're both the same exact weight. So if you like the stock wheels and you don't want to sacrifice performance, you can still keep those. It'll be fine. I like these a little more. I don't know. I think the stock wheels are a little too much in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna do these. They're very clean, very simple, very pure race track car, which I like. If you guys want to see how all wheel options look, I'll put that at the end of the video. You know, you don't want to sit here scrolling through a bunch of wheels, but I'll show it at this angle. And again, that'll be at the end of the video for those of you that are interested in that. Moving along, let's see how much this is all going to cost us. It's all set up, $70,000. Wow, that's a lot. But we are down over 500 pounds. We're up, wow, we're up like 800 horsepower or so. That is just insane. We're 0.1 of a lateral G. Wow. Very, very impressive. Alright, let's see what this beast can do. So there you go, the top speed at 257, obviously limited by the transmission gearing. Obviously you can tune that yourself, but as you may know from these videos, I never do any tuning, I just max it out so you can see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the conversions. Back again, that racing V12. There we go, engine swap, racing V12. Put the twin turbos back on, you have to do it again, and then we have to max out the engine again. You always have to do this when you do an engine swap, so keep that in mind. Okay, and how much is this all gonna cost us? Let's see. Oh my gosh, almost $82,000. So we're down an extra 200 pounds for some reason. And wow. We're down almost 400 horsepower. That's interesting. So the other motor definitely makes more power. But 1.1 of a lateral G as well. That's strange. Alright, let's see the difference here. Alright, you can see it went a little faster. Not by much, but a decent chunk. I have to say the other motor definitely pulls a lot harder. Even though when you have the engine swap, the gearing does change a little bit. I guess there's the RPM band and all that, but the gears do seem to be taller in that respect. So I do think it's better to stick with the stock motor. So hope I save you some money there. But definitely stick with a stock motor. Do some tuning to get the gear ratios just a little bit higher if you're trying to go for more for top speed and track use. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of tunes out there already. I already went through some of them, but there's some top speed tunes out there already. I think this car does like 275 or something like that. So yeah, not too bad. I can't really recommend this car. It's $2.3 million plus upgrades. You're looking at like 2.4 more or less. That's just way too much for this car. Thanks for watching, and as promised, here are all the wheel options for Lamborghini Centenario.